welcome back to Take Two with Tiffany and
A.A. Ron.
A.A. Ron. And I just like to say that I'm highly upset and disappointed at myself because Babe and I did this wonderful podcast for Valentine's Day. I specifically told him I wanted to do it for Valentine's Day so that it could be posted on Valentine's Day because it was relative to Valentine's Day. And right before I was getting ready to upload it, I deleted it by accident.
Blood, sweat, and tears gone to waste.
It really was, because it was really a great podcast. Thank God we only spent like 11 minutes on it, because had it been any longer than that and I deleted it, I would have been pissed.
You was already pissed. Over 11 minutes. If it had been an hour, I can't imagine.
Oh, I probably would have wreaked havoc.
Yeah.
But
back to the subject.
Back to the topic at hand. So usually when we do these podcasts, I have a topic and I don't tell Aaron what it is beforehand. I bring it up during the podcast.
Right.
And that was the case with episode 1. That was the case with the potential episode 2 that I deleted by accident. But this go around, I think Aaron has a topic that he wants to discuss that I have no idea about. So I guess we're going to be going back and forth like that. I think this is how that podcast thing is going to work. This take 2. So it's all off the cuff. It's not rehearsed. And so I'm going to let him have at it with his topic.
You going to give me the wheel?
I'm going to give you you've been in control all day, baby.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah.
So, in relationships, we know that communication is key. However, how do you, let's just start on the subject of when you're upset with your significant other, how do you communicate that to them? Give us a level, like what are we dealing with? 1 to 10 scale. Like if it's a 1, is it worth bringing up? If it's a level 10, what happens at that point? How do you communicate you're upset? A lot of times I find that we're in these relationships, especially those long-term ones, and that seems to be like a big thing. Is like, you're upset at the other person. Something they did is kind of bugging you, irking you. Give us your thoughts. How have you gone about it in the past? I know me and you have been at odds very slightly. There's been a couple things that have kind of rubbed me the wrong way, a couple things that have rubbed you the wrong way, and I feel like we handled it pretty well. But
him and I have been at odds because of things that he's done. Let's just clarify that. We haven't gotten in an argument per se, but there have been times where he's done or said something where it's rubbed me the wrong way, and it really bothered me to the point where I had to say something.
Is that relative?
It is relative. In relationships, there's points.
Ooh, I'm going to say that for another... We don't have enough time. Go ahead.
There's points, and I have no points.
We work on a point system now?
We're on a point system. Not that it means anything, like, the point system doesn't earn you a prize or anything. But anyway.
A point system could earn you the right to pack your stuff and move down. That's what you're trying to say.
Or
you gonna kick me out, baby?
The point system can determine how much candy you get. Oh. We won't.
Before my sweet tooth gets the best of me.
Yeah. There you go. So you're saying on a scale of 1 to 10,
I'm just saying in
general. At what point should you have a conversation about why you're upset?
Let's me and you have an open conversation about you being upset with your significant other. How does that work? How do you communicate that? Do you communicate it well, or do you sometimes feel like let's dive in? I mean, just talk about it.
Well, for me, I think it really, like you said, depends on the severity of the situation.
Right.
If it's something that's mild If it's something that you do that's an annoyance to me, and I feel like I don't have to bring it up,
Right.
then I won't bring it up. Like, if I feel like it's something that I can look past,
Right.
and I don't want to hurt your feelings per se, if
Sure.
it's just a little annoyance that I can get over, then I won't say anything. But if it's something that you do, or an argument that we get in over something that you've said, and I can't shake it, then yeah, I'm gonna say something. Like, if it's gonna affect my mood towards you, like, usually if it's anybody else,
Right.
I don't care. Like, I'll have an attitude until my attitude dies down,
And then you're good.
and I don't have to talk to them, whatever the case is. But I don't like not talking to you. So if I feel like it's something that's gonna make me not want to talk to you, then I'll bring it up, because I don't really want to go without talking to you. So then I'll bring it to your attention and we can talk it out. Because 9 times out of 10, especially if it's something that's said, you don't really know how the other person is taking what you're saying, and what context they're taking it. So it's better to kind of clear the air.
Right.
That way, it may not be what you think it is, or it may not have been said to mean what you think it was said to mean. So it's better to talk it out.
That concerns me, though, because right now the relationship is kind of fresh, kind of new. So what happens when we're a couple years in? You're kind of used to talking to me. I'm kind of like old news, air quotes. And you're like, I don't feel like talking to this dude, you know.
Like, if I get mad at you and then I'm like,
Well, you just said, yeah. Well,
I don't think it. I don't think it matters about the freshness of the relationship. Like, if I don't want to be on bad terms with you because you're my significant other, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
It's one thing, like, to be living in the house with family.
Right.
But it's a completely different thing when it's your significant other, like your partner that you're supposed to go through life with.
Sure.
Like, I'm not going to not talk to you. You know what I mean? Oh. So I don't think it depends on the freshness or newness of the relationship. It just, yeah.
Okay. Me, I know. I'm the type of person, like, I feel like I need to resolve stuff right when it happens. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes, like, you already know me by now, and oftentimes I can already put my foot in my mouth already.
Yes, God.
Babe.
That's a whole nother topic.
Babe.
It's not his fault, you guys.
Who got the wheel?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's really not his fault.
Whose fault is it?
It's not anybody's fault, but that's just your makeup. Like, sometimes
blame it on
you
alcohol.
You can blame it on the alcohol that you don't drink.
I can.
Sometimes you don't. The thing is, he's used to speaking his mind and not really having a filter. So when it comes to someone else's feelings, sometimes, he's just saying what's on his mind and not really taking into consideration that it might be hurtful to the other person. Not saying that he's done that to me, but
moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving on. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, like, typically I'm the type of person who wants to, like, resolve things as soon as they happen, because as far as I'm concerned, like, go ahead. So me and my significant other, we're going through life together. I don't like there to be, like, static in between us. I think that messes up the whole flow of things. And once communication shuts down, then there's, like, a big issue. And, it's the same thing with, like, warfare and how it's been for years. Like, once you can break down communication between the troops, then sooner or later that army's going to fail. So I like to try to keep the lines of communications open, so that way, whatever is going on, we can clearly discuss, or there's not any beef between us. Another thing about me is I don't like to go to bed angry. So if there's something going on, like, before the day is over, because sometimes it's not a good time to bring stuff up and find resolution. Sometimes there's family around, sometimes there's friends around, or the kids are around, or, whatever the case may be with the couple. And it's not a good time to talk about it. But I think before you go to bed, I don't think there's anything worse than going to bed angry next to the person you're sleeping in the bed with. I think that can cause a lot of issues down the road. And I think that's how you get, you hold on to some of those feelings. Anyway, so that's just my opinion of it. A lot of times, if it's like on a 1 or 2 level, I got to weigh it out. Sometimes it can be, look, dude, you're really nagging this woman. You need to give her a break. But at the same time, I think it's the small foxes that destroy the vine. And I think you have to look at, how many ones does it take before those ones start adding up to be 5s? You know what I mean? If it's something small I'm doing, like I'm forgetting to take off my shoes before I come through the house, it seems like something small that you don't want to nag me about. But if I do that for a couple weeks in a row, you can be ready to, you're going to have some pent-up feelings up in there.
Well, yeah, especially if you know.
That's the rule.
The rule.
Ooh. Who really got the wheel? Anyway.
Tiffany does.
Anyway, so it's just my insight. But I know that's, an important thing that couples go through. So I just wanted to bring it up and get your input. Get the tea. Get all the tea.
Get all the tea.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was a good topic, babe.
For sure.
So, all you people out there in podcast world, let us know what your thoughts are about communication. Is it key? Is it really?
It really is.
It really is?
Yeah. You'll find out.
Well, until next time. Hopefully I don't delete this one.
Oh, babe.
But, yeah, so I think this is really going to be our premise because I like when it's genuine, it's fresh. So maybe we'll alternate weeks or alternate episodes. So next episode, it'll be on me. And I'm going to try to make it juicy so I can knock Bebe's socks off when I ask the question.
That's it.
When I pose it to the podcast world. But thanks for listening, guys. This is take 2. And we's out. Say bye, babe.
Peace and blessings. Bye, babe.